I have to pick up my daughter from work. So hopefully some of you got the indicator, the announcement I put on the community wall, but if not, the recording will be here. I didn't want to have to get on and then rush off and go get my daughter. She said, Mama, can you just go on, earlier? So, basically I can have time to spend with y'all. So welcome to tonight. We're going to be talking about the Witch's Toolkit Part 2. There's so much to cover. We could really have like a whole week of talking about this. But last night was really good because the book really brought some things to light and we learned a lot. We absolutely learned a lot. And so and I learned how to say the words that I was struggling with last night. So we have the waning gibbous, that's the proper way to say it, and a thing, a thing. That's how you say the ceremonial, the tool, the knife goes on your altar. Okay, that goes in your toolkit as well. You put it on your altar, but also should be a part of your toolkit. So we have waning gibbous, and so I'm grateful about that. I learned how to say that. So I'm gonna start doing that so I can get my brain and my tongue in line with one another, and learn words. So anytime I have, a problem struggling to say a word, I'm not gonna leave it there. Usually I just leave it there and be like, y'all know what I'm saying. But knowledge is power. And if you don't quite have an understanding or can't quite do something right, that is why we have so many resources online to help us, and I'm going to tap into that because I want to be the best teacher and speaker that spirit wants me to be, so we're so used to being stuck in our ways, as we get older. And I always promised myself I wouldn't be that way, that I will just be open to learn and to grow, as life takes me up higher, the more wisdom, more experience. And so that's what it's about. You don't grow old and grow boring. You know what I'm saying? I want to grow older and have more wisdom and obtain more knowledge and walk in power. Why the hell not? I didn't go through all of that to get in my 40s to be lame and boring. No, we gotta change our mindset about getting older. It truly is a blessing because somebody did not even make it to the age that you are. I don't care if you're 20, 25, 26, 35. Somebody didn't get to make it to the age that you are. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be mindful of that and be grateful to Spirit for that. It is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. All right. So that is what I'm going to do from now on is when I'm having problems, pronouncing something, I'm going to research and learn how to pronounce it the proper way. All right. So I'm grateful for that. That was good, good, good research and learning today. So right now, what we're going to do is, oh, that candle sounded good. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to watch. I'm doing some candle work in the background. So if you feel like the energy is intense, it is. I'm doing a passion love spell in the background, and that candle is burning its ass off. That candle's burning its ass off. I'm gonna have to watch it. And this is the same client that I did another love. This one is more so for passion and rekindling that fire that they have. But the first one I did for her was for love and fertility, and I really had to watch that. That thing almost caught the house on fire. And then soon after that, she got pregnant. So they got a thing going on. So I got to keep my eye on that candle because this is like woo. So if I get up and run off, I don't want to burn the the apartment down. So I'm keeping an eye on that. So I was gonna do a little meditation, but I think I need to keep my eyes open, y'all. To be safe. We did talk about that. Being safe and mindful, when we're doing our rituals, lighting our candles, our incense, our spell work. That is very, very important. And plus, the energy that goes with it, the intention. So hey, it's going on over there. It is really going on over there. Okay, I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy about that. That means I'm handling my shit. I'm walking in my shit, right? Okay, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and chime in. My ring hit the singing bowl. Lord have mercy. It's a lot of energy going on. Stuff gonna be happening. Okay, listen. We're gonna try to bring it all in. It's a little wild right now, but it's a good wow. I'm gonna chime us in, and then we're gonna go ahead and do our prosperity mantra. I feel like I'm gonna make another one so we can have several mantras to learn and to share together. Okay, let's chime in. Let's begin. The world favors me and responds to the frequency of my name when it is spoken. Magically, I receive in return divine love, wisdom, abundance, and ancestral power. The energy of money surrounds me daily. That is why everything I call in from the spirit realm shows up expeditiously. Ashe. I feel something right in the pit of my belly every time I say that mantra. It's moving, it's working, it's grooving. So let's go to part two of our teaching tonight. I didn't want to drag it out because we was online for almost 2 hours. It gets so good and so interesting. I just really can't tell how long we're on. I could tell we're on for a while, but we really, really get engaged and engrafted in the lesson. And I am so grateful that y'all are enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. Okay. So we talked about the other magical tools. If you want to know about the ones we spoke about, but going into the other magical tools, we talked about the cauldron. We talked about the oracles. The oracles are, things like the pendulums, the crystal balls, um, the tarot. All of those things are considered oracles. But I will also like to highlight the fact that you are an oracle because in order for these tools to work efficiently and effectively, you have to be open and allow that magical energy from the spirit, from your ancestors, from the universe to move through you when you manipulate those cards, when you speak to that pendulum, when you're working with the crystals. Even what I'm teaching, there's something magical that goes on when witchcraft is in the room. When witchcraft is around. And I say this because I understand now why the religious community, even when I was a Christian, feared witchcraft because there's nothing to be played with. That should have rang a bell in my spirit before. Like, if the devil has no power, if this and that, why are y'all so afraid if someone says they're a witch? Why are you so afraid if someone says they're a warlock? Why are you so afraid of someone that says they're a Satanist? Because they know the power that all of these energies possess. Okay? And Some of it is what they think it is, and a lot of it is not. Period. Okay, so I know that what I'm operating in now, it is not for the faint at heart. What you're operating in is not for the faint at heart. Listen, you're gonna lose some friends. Family members are not gonna want to deal with you. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, and you can meet a complete stranger on the street, and you tell them what you do, and they fall in love with you, and they look past what society says, or what the religious community says, or which is, and see you as the beautiful soul that you are, and you're just utilizing what spirit gave you to be a blessing to others, or to fuck shit up. Whichever one you choose, it is all good, because it's a duality. We can't have one and we can't have the other. I don't know about you. If I know somebody is a bona fide awesome witch, I want him or her to be my friend. Now that I know what I know, listen, I want all y'all to be my friend. Can we all just get along? Listen, I ain't trying to go to battle with no witches, no warlock. Listen, it would be hellified, because we can mess up each other's life, or we could put each other to rest. I ain't trying to have no smoke with none of y'all. For real, for real. So everybody that comes on this channel, let's just all get along. All right, all are welcome. All are welcome. But seriously, yes. Knowing, going back to the magical tools, always remember you're part of that toolkit. You're the number one, I want to say, conduit. You are the number one, you are number one. You're the number one tool when it comes to the toolkit. All right, because it's up to you charging your power daily, operating your power daily. It really baffles me, and it makes me upset when somebody says, "Look, I work magic and that shit don't work." Well, how often do you practice? Oh, I practice every now and then. Okay. How often do you read and learn new things? Oh, I did that last month. Whatever. Listen, I don't. You need to sit down for a minute and sit with spirit. Okay, and really evaluate what you're saying. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and throw shade and be disrespectful to my spirit team. Okay, my mother's a part of that. My great grandmother's a part of that. My grandfather, my father, my great uncles, my uncles. I got a lot of people a part of my spirit team. And now that I know what I know, and the things that I've seen, the things that I've experienced, there is no way that I'm going to sit here and say, "Oh, that shit don't work." Not going to do it. If anything, I am going to always get a clearer understanding of what's what, and what's to be. Y'all, that candle done got down low. Hopefully it will go out without any issues. I'm going to keep my eye on it. It burned fast. Good, clean burn. The energy coming from that candle make me want to say, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Shit, I need to do one for myself. I'm kind of jealous." Okay. If you're watching, give me a thumbs up, please. Okay, so let's get to it. If y'all see me looking up, looking down, I'm just being mindful. All right. So the next thing that you need to know about when it comes to your toolkit is cleaning and charging your magic tools. Okay? Before you use a tool for magical purposes, it's a good idea to clean and purify it. This removes unwanted energies as well as dust and dirt. In most cases, the easiest way to do this is to wash the item with mild soap and water. Some people like to cleanse their tools in a running stream or sacred pool. But when that's not available, ordinary tap water will suffice. If you prefer, you can smudge your tools by holding them in the smoke from burning sage for a few moments. Now, some would say that using the word smudge is not feasible for everyone because that is a closed practice. I don't use smudge, I use smoke cleanse. So whatever, your background is, your ancestors, everybody's different. If you can use that term or not. And we just want to be respectable. Even if you don't agree, don't be like, I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say. No, don't do that. As spirit, okay? If you're allowed, to utilize that term. Y'all, is one big flame. Hold on. It's burning. The two has become one. Let me look at this. I'm coming right back. Okay. It's three now. That's three. And I'm thinking that three represents that third flame, represent their child because she is pregnant. I did do spell work um for her, and she is with child. So that lets me know that the love and all of that that's going on is going to bless the baby too. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna let it burn a little more, but if it's burning too much, I usually put, you can don't blow it out when doing candle magic, and that's one of the next um episodes that we're going to talk about the basics of candle magic, and I want to share that with you because I'm proficient in it, and I have a lot to learn, but I feel like it's one of the gifts that spirit gave me is candle magic. It's amazing. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on that. That is absolute because it's too big flame, then it's a little flame. Yeah, that's totally the baby. That's totally the baby. Absolutely. And his flame, the masculine energy, his flame is burning bright, which lets me know that he's really gonna take care of his family. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, y'all. Um, okay, we were talking about the word smudge. So only you can find the information out once you do move forward. Okay. Four elements charging technique. The next step is called charging, a magic ritual in itself. Charging consecrates your tools for your purposes and transforms that stick of wood or wine glass into a magical object. One popular method for doing this involves the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Mix a little sea salt and water, or use ocean water if available, and sprinkle it on the tool as you say to it. With earth and water I charge to do my will. Then light incense and hold the tool in the smoke for a few moments while you say, with fire and air I charge you to do my will. Make sure to dry and rub down metal tools after sprinkling them with salt water so they don't tarnish or corrode. Charging with essential oils. Another technique calls for anointing your tools with essential oil. Rub a little essential oil, a single oil, or a blend of several on the tool while you say, with this oil I charge you to do my will. The following table suggests appropriate oils for charging with each tool. The wand. You can use cinnamon, sandalwood, clove, musk, patchouli, cedar. For the pentagram, mint, pine, amber, basil, fennel, anise. For the athame, carnation, lavender, ginger, honeysuckle. For the chalice, rose, lang lang, jasmine, lily of the valley. Now I feel a strong urge in my spirit to I may have to put that flame out. It's done did its work. I feel a strong urge in my spirit to tell y'all this is just suggestions. I always like to refer to candle magic, making potions, and stuff we read online in books. We're grateful for this information, but that's just to jumpstart your creativity. And what I mean by that, let me get this flame. Okay, great success. Because the last time I let this happen, the candle is totally burnt down, and it's just burning the herbs around it, so it's safe to do this. And I put it out with salt. I sprinkle it with white salt to purify anything that's lingering. I told you I know my shit now when it comes to candle magic. Okay, so the last time I let it burn like that, okay, for future reference, if you're doing it and it's already burnt all the way down, go ahead and put the salt on it. Go ahead and put it out, because the last time I just let it burn, it broke the plate. The plate that it was on was so hot, it said pop. We're not doing that. That's why her ass is pregnant now. I'm just saying. Okay, so you can read the energy. Just become one with your spell work, okay? All right. So this is just a suggestion. You can implement, you can add, you can take away. Spirit may tell you to do something different. And usually it's because of your bloodline, or it's because or some whatever other reason. Spirit will let you know. All right. So you could clean your tools with whatever you want to clean it with. Like for me, I have, like, if I get something from, because sometimes you will see things at the thrift store that really grab your attention. It has energy on, it has good energy. You're gonna have to wash it and cleanse it and stuff. And so I like to use natural cleansing, like, because I want that natural, um, physically natural cleaning. Because I'm a natural girl. All right. I don't want toxins on it and stuff like that. So I will bless whatever I'm going to clean it with. Okay, if it's a natural product, I'm going to bless that, and then of course I'm going to, even if it's a dish soap, if it's a natural dish soap or something like that, I make sure I bless it and everything, and then I clean it up real good. So that's number one. Okay, that is the number one thing. Now, this is something that you cannot critique or subtract from. Okay, the queen is telling you, if you buy something from the thrift store, you've got to clean it physically. Now, some stuff you're gonna have to leave on the porch, on the back porch, before you bring in your house. Okay, because you don't want to slip up with nothing, with bugs or energy that wreck shop. None of that. Leave that shit on the outside. Um, if you live in an apartment like we do, I leave it in my trunk. Okay, I'll leave my trunk, tell spirit take care of whatever. Um, and then when I'm ready to bring it in, I'm ready to bring it in, clean it, smoke cleanse it, bless it, and go from there. Okay, so just be obedient to spirit, and you can't go wrong. But please, that's the main thing. If you get something from the thrift store, okay, because we got things at the thrift store that are treasures. We just said another man's trash is another man's treasure. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And there's things that's just so unique and different. It's just different. You're not going to find it nowhere else. And it may be just that one thing that you'll never see again. People say that's it right there. You ever been in the thrift store and just try it? If you have not been shopping in the thrift store for your witchy stuff, just go. Just try it and see. And you'll be like, OMG, I've been missing out. Because a lot of this modern stuff is just that. But if you got something that was made years and years ago, it holds history, it holds energy, and I believe some of the stuff that I picked out, even this shirt came from the thrift store. I just believe this, maybe somebody witchy wore it. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Always, I like to say, a method to the madness. Okay. Okay. I get the yapping on. Okay, I got 35 minutes to finish this. Okay. So these suggestions are just that, suggestions. Go figure. You might decide to design a more elaborate or personal ritual for charging your magic tools. If you want to let your chalice bask in moonlight for 28 nights or bury your pentagram beneath an oak tree for a week, by all means do it. Go with whatever feels right to you. The purpose, after all, is to make these tools yours. I promise you I didn't read this, okay? I'm just flowing with spirit, but this is confirmation. So the more personal the ritual, the better. All right. Caring for your magic tools. How do you protect your expensive jewelry, your heirloom silverware, your favorite designer clothes? Devote the same care to storing your magic tools. If you have an altar, you may wish to display your tools on it. Many witches, however, prefer to store their tools safely out of sight, partly to prevent other people from handling them and partly to avoid uncomfortable questions. It's traditional to wrap your magic tools in silk, which protects them from dust and dirt, as well as as ambient vibrations. Alter, alternative, alternately, you may choose to put them in velvet pouches, wooden boxes, or other containers and stash them in a drawer, trunk, closet, or cabinet. Like any precious possession, you want to safeguard them from damage and keep them from falling into the wrong hands. Period. I love the fact my daughter say I'm the witch in the corner. Um, my stuff is out, and so my both of my children they practice a little bit. Um, my daughter taught me some things before I really became proficient in my craft. My baby took me to the spiritual store. She bought my first deck of I told y'all that she bought my first tarot cards, and I keep them in this cute little box because they're precious to me. They're my first deck of tarot cards that my firstborn bought me. Okay, and I need to work with them more. And I love them. They carry so much energy and love. I'm getting emotional. And I know you're like, why is she crying now? Because it's amazing because I was raised up in church and raised my children up in church and they see me preach and prophesy. They see me open my church and everything. And for them to be on this journey with me, it's amazing. And I'm grateful. So anything I want to do, they have, I have their support and they respect it. And they're open to it. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. Okay. Um so when it comes to, having your things out, it is just depends on your situation. Like I'm saying, with my situation, I can have mine out. My children know they practice they're gonna respect it, and they know you know, they can use the oil. They don't mess with my tarot cards or my oracle card. They let me use those. If they need a reading, they say, "Mama, I need you to do a reading." They won't even touch them. But even my oil, they won't touch them unless I'm here. Um, you know, Anything over here, I don't have to worry about my children messing with it. And for that case, if anyone comes, my other two children, I don't have to worry about that. But your situation may be different. That's when you have to have a mobile altar. You have a nice little suitcase you can store your stuff in, but keep it sacred, keep it clean, keep it blessed. You may have a cabinet, a curio cabinet where you can put the stuff in and close the door. Maybe you want to lock it. Everybody's situation is different. But please, by all means, show spirit, show your ancestors and your spirit team that you are grateful, that you are grateful for, being able to practice your craft and everything. All right. And like I said, you don't want it falling into the wrong hands. I believe the wrong person mess with it, intentions are wrong, something may happen. And I don't want that. I don't want that for anyone. So please just be mindful of your situation, how your family feels about it, and set your self up from there. Okay, so precautions and protocols. When caring for and working with your magic tools, here are a few precautions and protocols to remember. All right, I want y'all to really, really take this in. Okay, don't let anyone else use your tools or handle them, except perhaps a magical partner with whom you work regularly. Two, if someone else does touch a tool, smudge, smoke cleanse. I'm gonna say that smoke cleanse or wash it to remove that person's energy immediately. Okay. Three, if you do tarot readings for other people, use a different deck than the one you use to read for yourself. Keep a third deck for spells. The same goes for room sets. I use any of mine for myself. Okay. As long as nobody touches my cards, because I like a variety of readings and things like that. I just like the whole fun of it. And sometimes spirit will tell you, look in the light seers. Get an answer from the light seers. No, I'm gonna need you to go to your mermaid tarot. I'm gonna need you to go to your black tarot. I'm gonna need you to go to your. Spirit will let you know what tarot card deck to use. It makes no sense to just have two different ones. Just don't allow. Hey, how are you? No ego. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Needed that. Need that heart. Beautiful. I feel that. Um, so it makes no sense to have different decks. Just don't allow anyone to touch it. Now, this is my insight when it comes to having two different decks. Okay, I'm gonna do it flip side. It's saying in the book have two different decks to read people in your own deck, and I'm saying that's okay. You can use any damn deck you want to. Now, this is where I think this applies. I am going to get a deck where people can handle. Okay, and I um that will be a separate deck. I wouldn't even use it if I'm reading online or if I'm reading just somebody that's came to see me, they want a reading. That's not the deck I will use. That will always be the deck that I allow other people to use. Okay. And you may say, why would I want somebody else to use my deck? Because sometimes you can do a spread. Like you put the cards out and you spread them out like that. And then you allow the person to pick out cards as they're being led by their intuition. For whatever reason, it happens that way. And or you can split the deck and then have them put the deck together and pick a card, or split the deck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and have them pull out the top or the bottom, whatever spirit tells them to pull on top, and then you give them their reading. Now that deck, now I'm going to get a deck. It's going to be a very nice deck, whatever I choose. Now that deck is one I will not use for just that reason, because um sometimes you got to just make people a believer. Some people just need to be a believer. They just need to feel that energy. And then, spirit has a way that's mighty sweet. It could give them a whole experience. I have a lot of people that come to me and say, listen, I've never had a reading before. And it's such an honor because most of these people, I know them. They're close to me. But they watch me, they support my group. And then one day they just pop out and say, hey, sis, or whatever I am to them. Hey, spiritual mom, you know, can you give me a reading? And I'm scared, and so it's beautiful. It's a beautiful situation. So I get to break it down to them, and just the whole joy of knowing that they really watch me and they realize that they're not going to hell because they're getting a reading and knowing what hell really is, and it's not what religion has made it out to be. So that lets me know that I'm really getting the word out, and I'm making it plain and clear and make them comfortable enough to come to me. Yes, they're nervous, but it's those that have had tarot readings, y'all already know how powerful, wow, this practice is. It really is powerful. Okay. So that's how I will have just a separate deck for that. Now, number 3, if you do tarot readings for other people, use a different deck than the one you use to read for yourself. Keep a third deck for spells. The same goes for rune sets. We said that. Okay. Number 4, clean and smoke cleanse all tools before you begin using them to perform magic. After that, you needn't cleanse them unless someone else handles them. Of course, if you drink or eat from a chalice or cauldron, you'll want to wash it before storing it. All right. Number 5, use your tools for working magic only, not for mundane purposes. That is absolutely, positively one that you cannot change or deplete. Do not use your shit for normal life stuff because it's holding energy. You don't want, okay, say you use your you got a bowl that you mix your herbs in. You don't want to use that bowl because people be laid out like you done gave them an edible. Shit start happening in their life because of the last spell that you did. Keep your shit separate. And I gotta say it like this so y'all can get that. This is not to be played with. This is really not to be played with. It's not to be feared, but it must be respected. Absolutely. It must be respected. No other way. Okay, so I'm careful about that. I had to get some different tongs, when I handle my disc and stuff. But thank goodness my family, my oldest and my youngest, we practice together, so they understand that. And so you have to get little. If you have little tongs, I have a little spoon to handle my herbs. Um, Everything is separate. Okay, don't mix the two. If you're practicing and you mixing stuff, oh, it's okay. You ain't got it yet, baby. Go back and sit with it and consult with spirit. And I bet you, if you really sit and listen to spirit, spirit will get on your ass. Don't do that. Okay, you gotta treat it like, almost like a doctor. Okay, what does the doctor do? They have to clean all day, like it's like Rona. C19. I'm serious. You gotta have this stuff separate. A doctor is not gonna use the stethoscope on one patient and not clean it for the get. You got Listen, please hear me when I say just separate it. All right, do everybody a favor. Make sure everybody is safe, and let spirit know, hey, I'm taking care of what I need to take care of, and I'm going to handle it with love and care. Okay, and be mindful. All right, treat your magic tools with care and respect, and they'll serve you for a lifetime. That just summed up what I just cussed y'all out about. He said, damn, just cussed me out. I did. So it'll always be in your mind. Okay? Okay, I got it. She said, I can't do that. My ass can't do that. I said what I said. All right? I'm fussing. All right, let's bring it back. Acquiring magic tools. When you buy a car, you want to know something about its history. The same holds true for magic tools. If you purchase new items, you can check out the seller's reputation, get info about the craftspeople who actually made the object, and read users' reports online. However, if you buy vintage items, well, tracking down their pedigrees can get a bit tricky. Antique chalices and swords may be exquisitely beautiful, reflecting a level of craftsmanship we no longer see today. But remember, magic tools used by someone else may hold that person's energy for a long time. This is especially true if the objects contain gemstones. Cleansing, purifying, and consecrating practices can remove old energies you wish to delete. But it's always a good idea to check out your tool's history if possible before you start using them. And so it goes back to what I was saying. If you go to the thrift store, just be led by spirit. Because some stuff you is not going to see nowhere else. Look, I love this shirt. I love it. I was like, oh shit, I gotta get this shirt. But the energy had been, had to be right. There's stuff I seen in the thrift store, and I'm like, damn, I can't get that. It's beautiful, but I can't get it. Okay, so this is why. This is giving you a breakdown as to why I'm so adamant about telling y'all this. Okay, because we don't want anybody to pick up anything that's going to wreck your life. Okay, all right. I know you understand. Good, 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 good. Okay, here's the story. Once I found a handsome old knife in an antique shop, and thought it would make a fabulous a thing until the salesperson told me that it had previously been used as a bris knife, not the energy I want tainting my ritual dagger. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean it was used to? What does bris mean? I have no clue. I'm going to research, and if you know, please put it in the chat. Okay, you can also fabricate your own magic tools if you have skills in woodworking or metalsmithing. Any of y'all that's woodworkers, got your machines and stuff, I'm jealous. If you could go out in your garage and start carving shit and, or go to work and craft and do some craftsmanship shit. Listen, be my friend, because I would love for you to make me something. Be my friend. Maybe we can barter or something. I don't know. But if you can go out there and do that, your toolkit is the bomb. I know. I already know because you made everything. Okay, so in earlier times, people fashioned wands from sticks of wood, and you can too. We talked about that last night. I was at a tattoo shop today. My baby had to get her. She's got piercings right here. They call them snake bites. And one of the little, balls fell out off the gauge at work. She makes pizza. We're not even gonna think about it. But anyway, we went there, and it was still in my mind what we talked about last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get a stick because I got to make my magic wand. And so where I parked, there was a stick, and it looked good, like it would be a nice magic wand. But Spirit said, mm-mm. So y'all, I'm gonna anoint myself and speak with Spirit, my spirit team, my ancestors, and I'm going out and just venture out in the neighborhood, and I'm going to find my magic wand. And when I get it, I'm going to record myself cleaning and everything. I'm going to share it with y'all. And then I'm going to hook that thing up. That thing is going to be glorious. Who knows? There may be another gift that I have. Maybe Spirit will tell me to go to the to Lowe's or something to get a stick. I don't know, but Spirit said, no, go outside and get one. Okay, I got you. I'm trying to wiggle my way out of it. But um yeah. So make it. Awesome. Awesome. So that was my first encounter with, Spirit telling me, nope, that's not it. Okay. Um okay. Blah, 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 blah. Choose a branch that has fallen from the tree, perhaps in a storm or as part of the natural aging process, or request permission from the tree to cut a twig and, after cutting, make an offering to the tree as a thank you. Now that's deep. You just can't go and say, all right, this my, you gotta, you talking about put some respect on their name. We gotta respect the trees, the bees, and all that, and maybe the fleas. I don't know. So when you go to get this branch, if you got to take it off the tree, wow, you gotta say thank you and leave an offering. That's amazing. That just gave me chills. Okay. Unless you're a skilled glass blower, you're unlikely to create your own chalice from scratch. You can, however, buy special paints in craft stores to decorate the glass with meaningful images. Even if you purchase new items from a metaphysical store, you may still want to add your own personal touches to make your tools uniquely yours. Okay? Displaying your tools. As we've already said, some witches like to display their primary tools on their altars, along with candles to provide illumination, statues or deity representations, other items required for a particular spell or ritual, and maybe food and drink. If you like to have your book of shadows on hand when you do a ritual, you need room for it on the altar as well, which can make things a bit crowded. Just know that you're free to move things around as you require, which may mean setting up a secondary altar or, as we discussed in the previous chapter, 4 shrines within your sacred space. Do whatever you find comfortable and convenient. If you choose to leave your primary tools out on your altar, Be sure to display all four for balance. Okay? So, your grimoire or book of shadows. A grimoire is a witch's journal of spells and rituals. Here's where you keep a record of the magic you perform, the ingredients and tools you use in spells, and your results. It's a bit like a cook's personal collection of favorite recipes. Y'all, I have not done anything with mine. I have stuff to decorate it and everything, and I need to put stuff in it. I am the worst. I've already blessed it and everything. I've had this for probably 2 or 3 years, and nothing is in it. This is mine. This is my little, and I'm gonna have to get a big one. But I want to. I'm thinking like, I want to just have the calligraphy and all that. That's not realistic. Okay, I have nice handwriting. I just need to get over it and start writing in my grimoire because I want to pass this down. Have this passed down from generation to generation to my children and my children's children. You understand? So I have not done anything with this. I did get this on Amazon. This sticker that you see on it, this was the first witchy group that I came in contact with. They are phenomenal. Witches of Insta. Those ladies are phenomenal. I think they're in the UK. Okay. And so that's I had purchased something from them. It's like pages of a grimoire that I use to teach in my magic school, as a matter of fact. And now they send it to you PDF. At that time, back then, they would print these beautiful pages out and for you to build your own. And this sticker was in there. And this is their logo. And it's just so, I wanted to put it on here because they really, really gave me the courage and the strength to start practicing. And I just had to honor them and put this on here. And it is their logo. And it says, I am inspired, I am protected, I am joyful, I am kind, I am present, I am healthy, I am abundant, I am creative, I am strong. So this has, and so this right here kind of wraps around and sticks in it. And one of the visions that I had was um of my one of my ancestors, and she gave me a skeleton key, and she told me not to lose it. Now I had this before I had the dream. Now I understand why. Y'all know what the skeleton key means in magic. And so there it is. It is beautifully made. It looks like an old grimoire, but it is high quality, and it's ready to. Oh, the energy is on this, and it's ready to go. And I need to be sitting down and writing in this. And plus, I have here, I need to get a pen, a special pen that I use only to write in this. I really need, I don't know what color, maybe gold or something. I have a gold, but whatever spirit tell you. But use that only to write in this. So this is mine. So it's a bit like a cook's personal collection of favorite recipes from days of old. Originally, a grimoire referred to a book of spells and incantation used for calling forth spirits. Grimoires date back to the ancient Middle East and later made their way through Europe during the medieval and Renaissance periods. Early grimoires were handwritten on parchment or paper and perhaps bound in richly tooled leather or wood. See? Today, many witches still enjoy the process of recording spells and rituals by hand in beautifully bound journals. However, a grimoire or book of shadows keyboarded into your computer serves the same purpose. Most modern grimoires are written by individuals for their own use, and generally they contain strictly personal records intended only for the author's purposes. However, sometimes a grimoire or section of it may be passed down or copied from a master book. In such cases, the title of the original book is usually kept secret. One of the most influential grimoires is the Gardnerian Book of Shadows. Is attributed to Gerald Gardner and Doreen Valente. This highly regarded book is a compilation of rituals that the authors blended and incorporated with original and modern elements between 1949 and 1961. The Book of the Sacred Magic of Abramelin the Mage, a 15th century French manuscript translated by S. L. McGregor Mathers in 1900. Wow. Which includes spells for raising the dead. Woo! Whoa. And becoming invisible. Had a major impact on contemporary ceremonial magic. Another amazing and rare grimoire, the Magus, Magus, composed by Francis Barrett in 1801, also covers astrology, alchemy, and Kabbalistic knowledge and remains an important source of information for magicians. I need to tap into this. You can see these texts online at www.sacred-texts.com. But be advised, they're not light reading. Okay. Your magical journey. And then we're going to close out with this. Okay. Check my time here. Okay. Both a grimoire and a book of shadows hold spells, but a grimoire is intended to instruct, whereas a book of shadows is more of a personal record of a spiritual journey. Your book of shadows will not only include spells and incantations, but your observations, insights, and experiences as well. It might also contain dreams, poems, invocations, revelations, inspiration, and lore. If you like, you can draw in it. Press flowers. I got pressed flowers for mine between its pages, add photographs, whatever tells of your journey. Some people argue that a book of shadows more closely resembles a diary or a journal. Purists insist that a grimoire should be entirely instructional, full of information and practical application. No personal musings or little doodles in the borders. Fortunately, no official um, criterion exists for creating a book of shadows. So feel free to write in it whatever suits your purposes. Take the knowledge that is a gift of your elders and ancestors and combine it with your own practices and beliefs to create a new useful work that is rooted in your tradition but remains unique and original. It's your journey, your story, and each book will be as individual as its author. Traditionally, a witch keeps her book of shadows private. Y'all see that? So the grimoire is different from the book of shadows, but they're hand in hand. Okay, do whatever spirit tells you to do. But this is good information. I want, if it's my book of shadows or my grimoire, I still want it to be passed down from generation to generation. That's just my preference. Just as you keep your diary secret, you may, if you choose, share what you've written with people you trust, such as a teacher, a magical partner, or an apprentice. The second part of this book is an open grimoire with spells for love, abundance, career success, health, and more. In the beginning, I recommend doing the spells as they're written. Later, when you have more magical knowledge under your belt, you may enjoy adding your own touches or concocting original spells from scratch. Okay, that's it. That's the end of part two. We are finishing just in time, and I am going to go pick my daughter up from work. I thank you all for stopping by, for listening. If you go back and listen to the replay, please put your comments under the video. Let me know what you think. Do you have a grimoire? Do you think a grimoire, the shadow, book of shadows, the same? How do you store your magical tools? How do you cleanse your magical tools? What kind of magical tools do you have? And somebody tell me what a BRIS is. I'm going to research, but somebody know, put it under the video, okay? And so I will see y'all tomorrow night. I'm excited about our meeting every night. It's been fantastic. I've learned a lot. I'm growing, I'm flowing, and I am super excited about being a part of your journey. Okay, this is the Queen signing out. And before We hit our chime. Let's hurry up and do our mantra. Here we go. The world favors me and responds to the frequency of my name when it is spoken. Magically, I receive in return divine love, wisdom, abundance, and ancestral power. The energy of money surrounds me daily. Let's say that again. The energy of money surrounds me daily. That is why everything I call in from the spirit realm shows up expeditiously. Ashe. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Class is dismissed. Good night.